Hi guys, it's time again to answer questions for me. Every month, channel members get to ask me a question. Sometimes they opt out, so I answer some questions from the comment section. So go on ahead and leave your questions in the comments and maybe I'll answer them in a future video. Shelly Welsh asks, Little Eric, your no trespassing post warns that you have a firearm, but how can a felon have a firearm? Did you mean potato gun, cap gun, slingshot, recently purchased at the local dollar store? It's an official Red Ryder Carbine Action 200 shot range model air rifle. He'll shoot his eye out. Wow, very funny. I forgot to laugh. I'll have you know that Arizona firearm laws are fairly lax when it comes to out-of-state felons. What they look for is that a felon's case has been fully discharged. Sometimes it takes a minimum of 10 years for serious offenses, so it is possible that I have jumped through the legal hoops to possess a firearm here in Arizona. But one would have to be a legal Arizona resident for the process to even work. So I would have to stop being a resident of Texas. And as you saw earlier this year, I still had to make the trip to Texas to get the Littlefoot registered. But it gets even more convoluted. In order to establish residence in Arizona, this plot of land that I have purchased with storage sheds would have to be accepted as a homestead, which is unclear. Perhaps that is why I had a septic system installed to create the narrative that all of this is the preliminary stage of building an actual permanent living structure domicile. But Eric, you ask, Camper Van Kevin has been living here in Show Low in his storage sheds for years now, so he must be considered a resident, right? So perhaps this county I live in has a broader view of what counts as a homestead? No one really knows, but me. So my posted signs might be a bluff, or maybe not. You never know. So if anyone decides to disrespect my signs, they're taking a big risk. You see, I have a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long time as a traveling nomad. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you leave me alone, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I'll find you and I'll sue you! Cry 96 Tears asks, the second deepest hole he's ever seen in his life. Wonder what the deepest were. Oh my God! The biggest hole I have ever seen was at least a mile deep. One enormous, giant, gaping hole. Compared to it, I was insignificant. Imagine a carrot suspended over a brute trash can. It's vast. I felt that if I fell in during my descent, I would never even touch the walls of such a cavity. So deep, you could get lost in it. Listen closely, and you'll hear a life that won't return. It is a chasm of unfathomable depth. An abyss that swallows light without hesitation, leaving only the faint glimmer of distant, unseen depths. Many men who willingly traveled to see this hole have died in it. Of course, I'm talking about the Grand Canyon. Terrible place. In my 10-year YouTube career, I only went to the Grand Canyon once. Why would I avoid one of the most popular travel destinations? Doesn't make much sense, does it? It really makes you wonder what kind of traveling channel this is, right? Jennifer Grody asks, do you wish you kept your smart car over the Tracker? No, because the Packer is a superior vehicle than Tater Tot. Body-on-frame constructed vehicles are just better. I pretty much screwed up Tater Tot getting that dumb lift kit. What was I even thinking? I ruined a perfectly decent car by modifying it. The wheels kept scrubbing against the wheel wells. The fuel economy was shit, and it was hard to tow behind the RV. And yes, I know the Packer is still in the shop when Tater Tot was still drivable. And if I kept Tater Tot, I would have at least had a vehicle with air conditioning. But come on, when the Packer finally gets repaired, I'm going to finally school you guys about how powerful it is. It's been a month now, but the mechanic is finally going to let me know what he needs to do on it. I hope it's good news, because I don't know what would happen if I found out it couldn't be fixed. I have invested too much time and money and talked so much crap for that truck to be a dud. I'd probably go insane with rage if that mechanic screwed me over. Bob Loblaw asks, Eric, will you take the doors off your Geo Packer so you and your new bride can fit? Oh, and does this mean that you and Camper Van Kevin broke up? Very cute, smartass. You think you're being real smart. I'll have you know that Packer is big enough for both me and Blossom. There's plenty of room to spare, and it certainly wasn't the reason why it wound up in the shop either. That's just a coincidence. I read the joke that the Packer's headlights bugged out when we both got in. Bravo. I know what you're trying to imply, smartass. Well, Blossom and I are real down-to-earth people. We don't care what you peasants think of us. So what if we live a decadent lifestyle? You're just jealous that she's with me and not you. Just the other day, we were having a picnic and recorded me suggestedly licking whipped cream off a strawberry while Blossom played in the stream. It was the first time YouTube ever paid us to stop doing that. And I'll have you know that Kemper Van Kevin is my pretend daddy. He's not my daddy. Guys can be friends without being romantic. How hard of a concept is that to grasp? In the comic book series Berserk, the protagonist and the antagonist start out as friends, and everybody wonders why one will go out of his way to save the other. And they get into some really weird situations, but they're not lovers, just really good friends. Really, really good friends. Kamara Sean asks, Little Eric, would you teach us how to buy views? Horseshit! I don't buy views, smartass! All my views and subscriber numbers are real! You're just jealous of my success! Don't go on Social Blade to check, though. That website is false news. And certainly don't pay attention to any of the analytic graphs on there. Those regular increments of 1,000 subscribers all at once doesn't mean anything. My channel growth is totally organic. Completely legitimate. Never mind that my channel with over 429,000 subscribers only gets between 30 to 60,000 views per video, and a parody channel, which only has a fraction of my sub count, is sometimes pulling 4,000 views per video. That's 6 to 13% of the average views I get. And I blame this on you, my subscribers. You're a bunch of morons. You wouldn't know good entertainment if it beat you on the ass. How in the hell are you going to give a parody channel attention when this channel is the real thing? Are you saying that you'd rather watch some other channel making fun of me than the actual thing? Well, go on ahead. See if I care. Maybe I'll stop making content. Then you'll be sorry. Bye, guys.